ค่ะ
สวัสดี
ท่าน
ครับ
อา
ท่าน
จา
อาจาร
ร
ย์
ย์
สวัสดีค่ะอาจารย์
Well, Senator.
Okay, shall we start? I think Miss Ha is ready with her question. Dạ em thấy chị Hà đã mở camera. Chị Hà có câu hỏi. Mời chị Hà có thể bắt đầu ạ. Và các đạo hữu muốn đặt câu hỏi thì cứ giơ tay để ban tổ chức được biết khi nào sẽ đến lượt tiếp theo sẽ hỏi ạ.
Dạ. Như vậy Hà xin hỏi cái ý hôm trước à? Dạ, âm thanh Hà nói có rõ không ạ?
Nghe rõ chị.
Dạ. Thì con xin kính chào A Chan, cô Sarah, bác John, cô giáo cùng toàn thể Pháp Đàm ạ. Dạ con cũng có một cái ý nhỏ để hỏi là hôm con được nghe trong buổi dịch Pháp Đàm cũng khá lâu rồi, nhưng con nhớ cái ý là A Chan nâng cái tầm về cái hiểu á, về các pháp thực tại rất là quan trọng. Và trong buổi hôm đó có nói về giới, mà A Chan có khẳng định rằng nếu như mà một vị tỳ kheo mà không học giáo pháp, mà không hiểu về thực tại, thì cái duyên mà để cho có thể mà giữ giới một cách chân thành, một cách tự nhiên không thể xảy ra, và duyên cho tương lai có thể là sai. Dạ. Thì con xin hỏi ý này trước. Dạ.
So Miss Ha would like to ask something that she heard in one of the discussions translated into Vietnamese but long time ago. And in that discussion, Achan talked about the Vinaya, and Achan said that if a monk doesn't study and understand Dhamma, then it would be very difficult for him to follow the precepts and to live the holy life naturally and perfectly. So that is something she would like to hear more about. So could you please elaborate on this point? Thank you.
I'll just make a couple of comments. We know that it's only through the development of right understanding, development of the path, that gradually the defilements are worn away. We know it's only the Sotapanna who has no more inclination at all ever to harm others by way of killing, stealing, and so on. So we can see that it is through right understanding the danger of akusala, of strong attachment, strong ignorance, and so on, that leads to the gradual eradication of defilement stage by stage, but beginning even now for us in daily life, less and less inclination to harm the others, to speak in a harsh way, for example, or to disturb the other's comfort willingly. So without the development of understanding, without appreciating the danger and the harmfulness of strong akusala, how can one naturally and easily follow the precepts? How one will see a cockroach and wish to stamp on it if one doesn't see the harm in killing, for example. So this is what is meant by, if one doesn't study and understand the Dhamma, it's almost impossible to just live a good monk's life and follow naturally and easily the precepts without straining and difficulty. You have any comments, Ms. Ha? Nice to see you, by the way.
I'll just add something briefly before you reply to that, Ms. Ha. So there are different levels at which the holy life can be lived. It can be lived in a way of bodily conduct and speech which does not reach the precepts, or it can be lived at the level of kusala citta. So there can be conformity with the precepts, yet a lot of underlying akusala, which, for example, in the form of wrong views, which may not immediately interfere with the compliance with the precepts, but which ultimately would make it difficult to continue to live the holy life, because the precepts are all founded on the idea of supporting the development of the path for those who have ordained. And if one has different views about the development of the path, then there would be some conflict there. And so it would not be possible for the holy life to be lived naturally and perfectly for that person. Thank you.
Who's monk?
Con xin cảm ơn và Santa.
Achan vừa hỏi là một vị tỳ kheo là ai ạ?
What is monk?
Con xin được Achan dạy thêm mà.
Can you explain more? When you ask whose monk, she'd like to hear from you.
And how do you know that that person is a monk? What does it mean? Who is he? A monk?
Là câu hỏi. Như vậy thì Achan hỏi rằng là làm sao để biết một vị tỳ kheo, một vị xuất gia, đúng không ạ?
Làm sao chị biết được một người nào đó là một người xuất gia?
Dạ, con được học thì một vị nếu mà biết được một vị tỳ kheo hay là một vị xuất gia thì phải biết cái phẩm chất tâm ở cái thời điểm đó là thật sự có đúng là vị tỳ kheo hay vị xuất gia, chứ không phải qua hình tướng ạ. Dạ.
According to my understanding of the teaching, we know a monk or a bhikkhu through his states of mind or his consciousness, not only by his appearances.
Can you know who's a monk now? Who's monk and who is not monk?
Dạ. Dạ, thì con được học rằng là một vị tỳ kheo là hiểu được hiểm họa của vòng sinh tử luân hồi này và muốn thoát khỏi vòng sinh tử luân hồi, có cái tâm hướng đến điều đấy, mà hiện giờ thì con không biết ai trong hiện giờ.
According to the definition, a bhikkhu is someone who sees the danger of samsara and who wants to be free from samsara. But at the moment, I cannot know who fit that definition of bhikkhu.
Does monk understand the teachings of the Buddha?
Dạ thưa có.
Yes.
Nếu là vị tỳ kheo đúng đắn à.
A right monk has to understand the Buddha's teaching.
How do you know any monk understand the teachings?
Dạ thông qua việc trao đổi à. để hiểu được cái chánh kiến, để hiểu được phải có cái sự thân cận và nghe vị ấy trao đổi.
Through the association with him and having discussions with him and to see whether he has right view, whether he understands the Dhamma.
That's why the difference between the monk's life and lay people's lives are different. Is that right? Different by what?
Dạ, nó khác là dựa vào cái phẩm chất tâm của vị ấy và cái tri kiến của vị ấy và phạm hạnh của vị ấy.
It's different in the quality of his consciousness, his mind, his right view, and his vinaya, his living the holy life.
And why do you talk about monk today? Why do you talk about monk?
Dạ, tại vì có duyên con được nghe trong buổi dịch pháp đàm nói về giới các tỳ kheo ạ.
Because I listened to a Dhamma discussion, and in that Dhamma discussion, you were talking about this topic, the Vinaya and the monks.
To understand who's monk and who's not monk, right? And I think that that word bhikkhu includes lay people who are interested in studying and understanding the teachings of the truth. One meaning of monk or bhikkhu, anyone who has interest in study Dhamma to understand the truth, to become realized the nature of what is there right now as it is, because it's not known at all. And not just want to understand or follow the teachings. There must be intention to leave home and friend and everything to just learn the teachings and follow the rules of monks. Otherwise, without understanding the teaching, following the rules for a monk, can that be monk?
Dạ thưa không ạ.
So, may
So
I ask, what is the point to talk about monk?
Dạ là cái hiểu ạ.
To understand, Ajahn.
To understand that Buddha laid down the behavior of monks because it's so very precious life to be a monk. Just have intention or accumulation to let go all kinds of akusala and realize the truth. That's why what does a monk do in a day?
Và giới luật của Đức Phật đưa ra và trao đổi giáo pháp, và trong cái trong tăng sự có những cái việc làm riêng của tăng hả?
He has to study the Buddha's teaching, and he had to do the works of a bhikkhu, and follow the Vinaya.
That's why we pay respect to that intention or that will to live in such life, while lay people cannot do like that at all.
Dạ đúng ạ.
Vừa nãy cô Sarah có hỏi chị Hà một câu từ lúc phần đầu, chị Hà có muốn trả lời cái câu đó của cô không? Có thể là cô cũng muốn chị làm rõ hơn câu hỏi, ví dụ chẳng hạn như là ờ, cái ý cụ thể nào mà chị muốn biết, hay là sau khi nghe những điều mà các vị đã nói thì chị có cái điểm nào muốn làm rõ hơn không?
Dạ, thì sau khi được bắt đầu từ cái ý mà con hỏi lúc ban đầu á, thì con muốn hỏi thêm để con hiểu thêm là vì sao cái tầm quan trọng của việc hiểu nó có giá trị đến như vậy. Dạ, và trong cái việc mà nó có sự tương quan trong cái việc mà giữ giới, nhờ cái hiểu đó thì mới có thể là đi tới đến một mức độ bậc thánh dự lưu. Dạ, con muốn cái tầm quan trọng, muốn hiểu thêm cái tầm quan trọng về để hiểu về các pháp thực tại trong cái việc giữ giới á. Dạ. Thì sau khi con được nghe cô Sarah bác John thì con cũng đã rõ hơn, nhưng sau khi thì Achan dạy thêm thì con cũng đã rõ hơn rồi.
The reason she asked this question is because she wanted to understand the relationship between understanding realities and keeping the precepts, following the precepts, the Vinaya, for a monk, for so that he can eventually become a Sotapanna. So after listening to what Sarah and Joan and Achan explained, now she understands the topic better.
Dạ. Con có thể hỏi thêm một ý nữa là tại sao bậc thánh diệu lưu là chỉ có tận diệt thân kiến, hoài nghi, giới cấm thủ và ghen tị, bủn xỉn. Cái mức độ tham sân si đó vẫn còn rất là thô tháo, nhưng mà nó khác xa với phàm nhân. Dạ, nó chưa được tận diện ở một mức độ nào hết. Mà trong cái thời điểm mà giới á, thì vị ấy hoàn toàn không thể mà phạm giới nữa. Thì con cũng được hiểu rằng là cái bậc thánh dự lưu là trí đã hiểu được cái mức độ rõ ràng về các thực tại từng thời điểm một, rõ ràng, cho nên không có duyên để cho có thể phạm giới, vì là hiểu được thật sự các pháp là vô ngã, nó không là ai cả, thì cái duyên đó dẫn đến cho việc không phạm giới nữa, đúng không ạ?
So we know that for Sotapanna, he has eradicated the wrong view, Vichikicha, doubt, and the clinging to rules and rituals. But he still, the other kinds of akusala are still very strong in him. But he is different, very different from Putuchana like us, that he never commits any akusala kamapata that can lead to, all the five precepts. He will never transgress any precept. So she reflects on the reason why is that so, and she thinks that because of his understanding of Dhamma, so that he cannot have the akusala to the point of committing any of the wrongdoings. Is that correct?
Yes, it comes down to the degree of understanding, the understanding of dhammas as anatta in particular. For example, we may be so angry with the insect or the other person, but the Sotapanna has no wrong understanding that it's the other that harms or hurts one. It's one's own kilesa that hurts and harms. So why is there so much anger with the insect or the other person? And what is the cause of death? What is the cause of bodily injury? Actually, it's one's own karma in the past. So the more understanding, the more acceptance there is of life as it is, each moment of seeing, each moment of physical pain, each moment of disturbance is conditioned. And in truth, know oneself, know the other. So why would one wish to steal or hurt the other, steal from or hurt the other? So more understanding, less akusala of the degree of intending to harm the other in these ways, little by little. Like now, we see the mosquito, no thought to hurt or harm it, but before perhaps. But in truth, it's not the mosquito that hurts one, it's one's vipaka, the result of one's karma. It wishes to live freely just like us. So I think understanding works its way. And can we live all the rules, all the precepts of a monk happily and easily? Even the way of eating, even the way of walking, even the manners when one is with others, the courtesy, the consideration in each part of life. Only through more and more understanding, more and more metta, more and more consideration, more and more understanding. For those who become monks in Vietnam or Thailand or any country without understanding and confidence in the truths or in the Buddha's teachings, they say, oh, well, these rules aren't applicable to me and I discard those ones and I just follow these ones that are suitable for modern lifestyle. Not enough confidence in the Buddha's teachings.
Con hiểu à.
The Buddha taught for the bhikkhus to live with so little, just what is given to them, just for the basic requisites for living. But today monks will say, oh, now this is new century and we need computers and we need this, we need that, and money to make life simpler. No confidence in the Buddha's teachings or the reasons for each rule. Not enough understanding of dhammas now as anatta in particular. And again, perhaps if Jan would like to add more on this topic too.
What is more
Con
interesting,
cảm ơn.
the path, the way to let go defilements, ignorance, or just want to be or want to know who's Sotapanna or Aryan disciple. See? What about now?
Dạ, con xin chỉ quan tâm đến con đường ạ. Dạ, và cũng tò mò muốn hiểu thêm. Dạ, ở nhiều khía cạnh khác nhau của con đường ạ.
Yes, of course, the path is the most important thing, and but besides, sometimes there's the curiosity, and we like to know many things aside from the path.
And what about if someone say, this person is Sotapanna, that monk is Sotapanna, are you interested to know just who's Sotapanna, or what's the way to be Sotapanna, to eradicate the wrong understanding of what is there now as something. See, can you know who's a
Dạ,
Sotapanna?
con vẫn muốn biết. Dạ,
Can you know?
chắc là con cũng chưa biết được đâu ạ. Mà con vẫn quan tâm tới con đường. Dạ, con hướng đường đúng mà.
I cannot know, and yes, I am interested in the path.
Not to know who's Sotapanna, right?
Right.
Dạ, đúng rồi.
Excellent. So, what's the path of being to be Sotapanna? No understanding of seeing
Dạ
right
là
now?
hiểu những gì hiện giờ ạ.
To understand the Dhamma that appear at this moment, Ajahn.
And the only way is listening to the truth little by little. That's the way it develops unknowingly, gradually, secretly, subtly.
Dạ. Dạ. Con xin trân Ajahn, cô Sarah và bác John ạ. Con đã rõ hơn xíu rồi.
Thank you, Ajahn and John and Sarah. It's a little bit clearer.
About Sotapanna or about the path leading to be Sotapanna, or to understand what is there right now, little by little.
Dạ, hiểu những gì đang hiện giờ từng chút một ạ. Đó là giá trị hơn ạ.
Understand a little bit more about what is now, little by little, is more precious, Ajahn.
The more understanding, the more understanding the truth that is so very deep, more and more subtle, from intellectual understanding to be a moment of direct understanding with awareness directly to that which is there appearing. So we learn about it, no expectation. When will it be moment of understanding or penetrating the truth, which we have learned that it's not permanent at all. See, that is the way to let go. Atta, understand now, all are there by way of anatta, no expectation. It cannot be there by anyone's will at all. It's there already. What is there is there already. See? Understanding that which is there already. Not that which we tries and tries to understand. Is it subtle? The
Dạ có
only
ạ.
way is to understand the truth of that which is now conditioned, arisen right now. Beyond anyone's will.
Yes, so I think Miss Lian has a question. Are you ready, Lian? Okay, come, go ahead. Savadika, Tanajan. Hello, John, Sarah, and everyone. I have a question about this saying. I should speak Vietnamese first, yeah. Con có câu hỏi là có những người nói rằng đạo Phật không phải là tôn giáo, nó chỉ là một cái cách sống. Thì con muốn nghe các vị thầy giải thích về cái điều đó. My question is, I've heard a saying that Buddhism is not a religion. It's rather a way of life. So I'd like to hear your comment about that saying, please.
Yes, it's not a religion because it's not a faith, it's not a belief system. And when it's said it's more a way of life, it's actually a development of understanding in life, of life, as a way of life. So it's different from other religions because no one to pray to, no one to look up to believe is there to take care of us like a god or a deity. So it's not a religion, but it is the way of understanding of life. Now, however one's lifestyle goes, and the teachings that were taught by the Buddha 2,500 or so years ago, just the same today, just the same truths, no matter the lifestyle, no matter the place, no matter the time. So it's timeless, and no one can enlighten another. It all depends on the development of understanding of the truth now.
So you're saying
Yes,
that is correct? Yes, John, please go on.
Well, I think it's correct to say that it's not a religion because a religion implies a belief. That's what the word religion comes from, a Latin word to believe. So in the Dhamma, one is not asked to believe anything. The Buddha described the world as it is so that his followers, the people who are interested in doing so, could, by their own experience, verify the correctness of that description. I personally wouldn't call it a way of life either, because the Dhamma does not ask anyone to change their life, their way of life. The closest or most succinct way of describing Buddhism for me would be to say that it's a description of life as it is.
Very nice.
Thanks, Leon.
Summary. Thank you so much, John and Sarah. Yeah. When I heard that, it's for a while now. I've been thinking that at the beginning, I sort of agree with that, but then later on, I'm thinking the first bit, of course, that's everyone would agree, but the second part, I would think if we say it's a way of life, I feel like it's like Buddhism teaching people to live a good life, like life with moral and ethical conduct and things like that. So it's like something to do. And when I'm thinking of that, I thought this is not the correct way of saying it or summarizing what Buddhism is. But your explanation just now make it clearer to me. Thank you.
And when we say it's a description or an understanding of life as it is, it's available for anyone, no matter Mahayana, Hinayana, Christian, anyone, no matter their ideas, because it's an understanding of life just as it is. of dhammas that are conditioned just as they are. And of course, that understanding always has to begin little by little, begin to reflect what life is at this moment. So it's the same for anyone, whatever their ideas, still seeing, still hearing, still thinking, likes, dislikes, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, applicable for anyone.
Really, I have another question, not totally not related to this. I asked this a few times, but this is a sort of a different part of the story now. My husband have a koi fish at home. There's a one left, and it's very, very sick. It got a lot of multiple injuries in the body, and I had to take the fish to the hospital, the treatment ones, and I've been spending a lot of time caring, day and night, morning and night, but it's getting worse, and it's heartbreaking to see the fish suffering. It must be very painful, and the way it reacted. Actually, it's she. Friends of mine, and I'm thinking too about, and also the vet recommended about to euthanize it, just to end all the pain and suffering. Am I right in doing it or not doing it? I know there's no answer. Oh, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. I know that. But I'm thinking if I said, okay, I'm not doing anything. I just continue to care, whatever pain going through, I just do the best I can. But I can't make that decision. Then is it about me that I'm worrying that if I make this decision is killing, that I don't want to commit because it will cause bad karma? And is that thinking just about me, selfish thinking? And then make that decision. Is it a kind decision or that's a killing? So I'm in the state where, like fighting thoughts. I would like to hear your comment. I know there's no answer for me, or you should, or you shouldn't, but I just want to hear your sort of explanation, so I sort of have a better understanding, and so I can make, of course, I can make my decision on my own.
It all comes back to this moment. Each moment is conditioned. Moments of thinking of kindness and kusala, conditioned. Moments of heartbreak because of the strong attachment, conditioned. Moments of wondering, should I, shouldn't I, with thinking of I and thinking of wrong understand, all conditioned. So it comes back to just understanding now, however life goes.
And you said it's your husband's fish, so what does he want to do with it?
Right at the beginning, he thought we don't need to worry about it, just let it die naturally. So if it wasn't me caring or providing all the treatment that I went through, then I think the fish probably, I don't know, we don't know, but the fish probably couldn't make it till today. It's like a few months already. But, and I think all the treatment I provided, like hospital admission and all that, it was just, he didn't have any knowledge. He wouldn't want me to spend that much money on the fish.
You probably
So
spent
it's
more
easy.
on your fish than you would on yourself.
Oh. It's really his decision, so you don't have to worry. I mean, that's how I see it.
But
ask him.
I see it every day. I can't turn my blind eye, say I don't know about it. Like
No, but
First
if he
thing I
wants it euthanized, then and you're the one who takes it along to the vet for that purpose, that's no
Yeah.
bad karma on your part because it's his decision to get it euthanized.
No, he didn't make any decision. He just leave it in the pond to whatever, long she can live. I provide no treatment, no anything. It's not his decision to euthanize.
No, I've just said if. I just said if. So he doesn't want to euthanize it then. So he wants it to die a natural death. So you can just let that happen. Yeah, that's life. It's got to end somehow.
We think it's all kindness and caring, but there's the attachment, the sorrow, the grief, the worrying, the thinking, but they're all dhammas, all anatta. And let's see if Ajahn would like to add to this question or the one before about the Buddhist.
No one like to have such moments, I'm sure, but it's there already, see. And can it be known? The truth of it. But since there's not enough understanding of the truth, that actually it's a reality by conditions, not by anyone at all. And everyone live with the idea of something all in one's life. That's why there is moment of sadness or pleasantness or very suffering by conditions. Is it only you who have such circumstances, situation, or it is so common for everyone? So it's time for you, not for the other, when it's there already. So it's there by conditions for everyone. And the truth is that it's gone for sure. Each moment, it cannot stay at all. So we just have unpleasant feeling towards that which is not there anymore. No understanding that what is there is not anyone or anything at all. It's only a reality conditioned by its proper condition to be as such, not as other reality at all. And no one knows what is there now because just previous moment gone, and what is there is not known. While we are talking, is there any feeling? See, who make it arise to feel like that? No one at all. That's the way it is. So what is Buddhism? It's the understanding of the ultimate truth that nobody can change at all. And we think of the moment of losing something, but in truth, every moment is not permanent. It's gone, just like anything, arising and falling away. The understanding of the truth of it is like the medicine. Is it useful to cry, to grieve, to have such bad feeling? Right understanding understands that it's useless because no one can make anything arise at will, have it arise again, not at all. So the truth shows up to be known, to have more understanding. This is what is called, or what is taken for life, that which experiences the object without that reality which arises and experiences what is there at any time by different realities conditioned to be. It's the way it is. See, the way of ignorance and the way of understanding. So very different. No matter it is ignorance or understanding, everything gone. Cannot be there, even just for a very, very short moment. It's gone, everything now. So actually, the idea of I am living in my house, my world or anything. In truth, nothing at all. Only the idea about everything which is there, which is gone and not known as it's not there anymore. So what is the truth that can be realized? And at that moment of realizing the truth, no grief, no bad feeling, because it's so true. The truth cure the best medicine of all kinds of disease, because at that moment of akusla, it's because of ignorance. But at moment of understanding, it's so pleasant. It's not there anymore. Why cry for that which is not there? Wasting time with akusla. For whom? For the one who cries only. So what is the use of crying or unpleasant feeling? Everything gone. Happy, piti, joy to know the truth. And that can happen anytime. The loss of no matter what we cling to that, it's gone. Even right now it's gone. But no understanding actually what is there now is not there anymore. In life, in samsara, can it be found after it's gone? Only once in samsara, the circle of birth and death. See, crying, laughing by conditions. What are they? Gone. Each moment, each reality, it cannot stay at all. Is that just so very, very short, unknown that how short it is? Uncountable moments arising and falling away to appear as something so dear and crying for that which is gone, death or whatever, see. But in truth, even now it's not that anymore. No matter what, seeing sees and then gone, hearing hears and then gone, thinking things and then gone. What is taken for my wealth or whatever, gone. Because it's not seen, it does not appear to be known anymore. At moment of thinking or seeing or hearing, only one object, one thought, only one at a time. Can there be two moments of thinking of one object? Impossible. Only one in one moment. And where is that? Which is there and gone? Unknowingly, all day, all life. Is it true? Better to know than crying. And it can condition smiling too, to the truth. Different feeling, different kind of feeling, see? Understanding, the feeling at moment of understanding is different from the feeling arises with ignorance. So understanding what is more precious is the way to let go the useless moments. Thinking that everything is permanent is still there. In truth, not at all. That is life, the truth of life. That can be realized from hearing, considering, and have firm confidence of the truth. It's only there when it's there. But when it's not there, is it still there? To understand even at moment of it's now appearing. In truth, it's gone in each split second. Is that true? It can condition smiling, understanding the truth. So great. not to cry anymore. But see, when there are conditions for whatever, it's there to be known. That is there by conditions. So very short and gone. Is that true? Satya Parami, understanding the truth. So Buddhism is the understanding of the truth.
Thank you Achan. Dạ con có hiểu cái giảng của Achan, nhưng mà con cũng hiểu là pháp thì sinh lên thì diệt đi, nhưng mà rõ ràng là cái đau trên thân là có thật, mà lúc nó sinh khởi rồi nó diệt, nhưng mà lại cái đau mới nó lại cũng có thật mà, thì tại sao đó không là nó cũng có thể là duyên cho tâm từ, tâm bi, thì đương nhiên mà nhưng hiện giờ con biết nơi tâm thức con thì có nhiều sự dính mắc và sân ở đó, nhưng mà đúng là không thể nào tránh khỏi. Machan, thank you for your explanation. Yes, I understand that, like you said, all realities just arise and disappear in a split second. Nothing is there permanently. But a painful feeling in the body is real when it's there together with other realities, of course, but I'm talking about pain because that's my concern at the moment. And then I know it will disappear straight away. However, there will be more pain, more bodily feeling, more painful feeling will appear. And I'm thinking it could be opportunity for metta, for karuna. I know that at this moment there's a lot of attachment and aversion, arise. But nothing I can do about it. Yeah, but they're real.
So metta to what? See? Or opposite of metta, hatred to what? Or to seeing, or hearing, or hardness, or softness, or taste, or what? See,
I think
ignorance
the
plays
object of
its
metta
role.
is
Pardon? The magic medicine, when it's there, it cures no more sadness, or sorrow, or unpleasant feeling. Whatever is there has a reason. What can we do? Just understand it's not there anymore. And the next one appears instead unknown. The last one gone to be next. And now it's present again. Understanding can understand that which has a reason now. See, what is there appearing now has a reason that can be known. If it does not arise, it cannot be known. So what is there right now has conditioned for its arising. So it has reason and gone unknowingly, unknown at all. Because ignorance cannot understand what is what. And when there is no understanding, what is there is object of attachment instantly by its nature. Because taking it for something, even a dot is a dot. See, something, a dot. So how many dots now from head to toe? Should one cry for it? To have it like this, not like that, and on, just keep on thinking about want it to be different. But it's there already and gone. Nothing can be done. Just to show how it is, not permanent. Before it arises, it's not there at all. But when it's there, it's gone. So what is the benefit of from nothing to be something and then nothing again? Better not to arise, because as soon as it has arisen, it's gone instantly. Better not to arise. What for? For ignorance and attachment to cling to it. That's all. And when there's clinging, there must be wishing, attaching, craving for what to be as we like. But no we, no one. They are dhammas arising and falling away. Like the play, it performs its role and gone. Would you like to watch the play? It's now playing each moment, right? The Dhamma plays its role. Ignorance cannot understand. So it is ignorance now of seeing, ignorance of thinking, ignorance of whatever is there. So very rapidly, very slightly, so it cannot be known as aswa, the word of the one who has realized the truth. Just talked about the truth, teach about the truth, to be studied, to be discerned, the truth which is so very deep and very subtle. So now we are now talking about that, which is not there, see? The new one, all the time. But the same quality, same characteristic. Seeing is seeing, no matter when, eons and eons ago. Seeing sees, and from then on to now, no understanding of the truth that it's not the same seeing at all. Never be the same. All by conditions. Is that true? Because it can be proved. There can be the studying of its nature. Seeing is not that which is seen. See, ignorance is not understanding. When it's there, no one, no self, no thing at all. Only a moment of that which arises by conditions and then gone. Is that true? This is life from birth to each moment up to now. Keep on going by conditions, non-stop. No way out from the cage, the very big cage of the world, each world. Just born to see, and gone. Seeing does not last at all. What is seen is not lasting. It cannot last at all. And this is life. The truth of life is that nothing is there. Only conditioned reality to be that which arises to experience the object, and the reality which is conditioned to arise but cannot experience anything. They cannot interchange at all. Seeing cannot hear, see. Even it's the reality which arises to experience. But it's only that which can see, that which impinges on the eye base, the rupa, which is different from the ear base. See, by conditions, all by conditions, keep on going and going and going, no return. So, shall we cry? At moment, what is there? Unpleasant feeling, and the tear is cool or hot, hard or soft, see, and then gone. Nothing can stay at all. So clings to that which is not there, instantly arising and falling away. The one who dies does not own any money in the bank or anything at all. See, but even now, not die yet, no one owns what is there. Only the idea is in the bank. But what about the one who dies and the one who still lives, not die yet? Before death, only idea about this and that, belonging to me and so on. But after death, not this person anymore. The end of this person can never be this person, even just for a moment. No more about all stories about one's own life before death. See, all gone. So each day is gone. If death is there, each moment, the next moment is not the past moment. See, all gone. Is it true? This is the truth that can be known, little by little, until each reality can be realized. That which sees is not that which is seen. Where's anyone? No one at all. Is this true? Is it the truth of each moment? And this is what we say Buddhism, understanding the truth. Buddha is the very virtues of understanding.
And as you say, Leanne, in between the sorrow and the grief and the clinging, there are moments of metta, moments of compassion, of course. But what about the equanimity too, the acceptance that that pain is a result of karma? No one can stop any being from experiencing such bodily pain. So that's why equanimity is also a Brahma Vihara.
Yes, I was going to also mention the different roles of compassion and equanimity. Compassion is wishing for the person to be free of suffering. But of course, when beings are experiencing result of past karma, no amount of compassion on one's part will have any bearing on that. So where that is the case, then it's a matter of equanimity as being the appropriate mental state. Equanimity is not being moved because one appreciates that beings have to experience the result of past karma. And so for the Buddha, there were beings who were suffering, who he was able to help, and other beings who were suffering that he was not able to help. And he would, that's just the way it is. So you may have been motivated initially by compassion for that, but compassion does not want to bring a life to its end. Nowadays, euthanasia is really presented as something that helps people to be free of their suffering. And so we might get it mixed up with compassion. We might think that it's compassionate to bring a life to its end because of the pain being suffered. But that's a mistaken view. No amount of compassion wishes for the ending of a life. Thank you.
Dạ, con cảm ơn Ajahn, ông bà John Sarah đã giải thích ạ. Dạ, con rõ hơn rồi ạ. Nhưng mà con cũng còn rất là lăn tăn khi mà Ajahn nói there's nothing can be done. Thì con nghĩ khi mà thấy một chúng sinh khác đang khổ sở thì trong cái khả năng mình làm được cái gì đó cho người ta bớt khổ thì mình làm. Chứ tại sao mà nothing to be done? Đúng là in terms of mình nói về mặt thực tại thì mọi thứ là nó sinh khởi do duyên chứ không có ai để làm. Nhưng mà tâm từ tâm bi nó có thể sinh khởi chứ. Cho nên chỗ đó con còn chưa có được thông á. Yeah. Thank you so much, John, Sarah, and Ajahn for your explanation. It's a little bit clearer to me now. However, when Ajahn said there's not just understanding, nothing to be done, I feel like I'm a bit, I don't agree totally with that, even though I agree that, Dhamma just arise and disappear, realities just arise and disappear by condition. There's no person to do anything. Nothing can be done or changed. However, I think if there's a suffering, there is a being is suffering, then there's the opportunity for, like you just pointed out, compassion. There's something that can be done to help relieve suffering. So that's why I still don't quite understand the statement Ajahn said. Like, we just understand that already arise and disappear, and understanding and not like having, like showing your compassion or doing something to relieve the suffering. Is that right?
Leander, are just dharmas that are conditioned. In truth, no I to do anything, no I to take action, to have compassion. If the conditions for compassion to arise, it arises. If the conditions for attachment to arise, the near enemy of metta, it arises. The sorrow, the near enemy of compassion, it arises. And if it conditions, if the kusala or akusala dhammas condition particular speech or action, it's all by conditions too. And we think of the compassion for the fish or the other being, but in truth, no fish, no other beings, also just different dhammas arising and falling away that we call the fish or the other being. So the understanding of dhammas as conditions is the best medicine, because in truth, not I to do anything. So this is why, back to Ha's question in the beginning, the more understanding conditions, more kusala, less akusala, less harmfulness, the grief, the sorrow, the anxiety, understood as they are. Even the metta, it's just for a moment and it's gone. Useless to cling to it or try to have more. So understanding right now, seeing now, hearing now, metta for a moment, sorrow for many moments, all conditioned, that's life. It goes the way it has to go. So instead of thinking, what should I do? Life unfolds. Each kusala and akusala moment unfolds. And it leads to deeds and actions, good and bad, naturally. So it's the understanding that makes it possible to live at peace, to let go of the burden of what should I do all the time. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? It's a big burden instead of just understanding each moment of thinking, each moment of seeing as being conditioned the way it is.
So now please consider again. It's there already What can be done? It's there already. What can be done?
Nothing
See?
can be done. It's there already.
See, no matter what, even nothing is there already. Nothing can be done, it's there already. Right?
Yes, Ajahn. But then I know the next moment there will be more painful bodily feeling.
Again, consider carefully, it's already there. Nothing can be done because it's there already, no matter what. Even, see, it's there already, even. So, what can be done is there already. No matter one is trying to think, to do something, it's already there already. Is that right? While one is thinking, trying to solve, trying to do, it's there already. The thinking, the seeing, the considering, see, it's there already. So nothing can be done because it's there already before one can think that one will do or one will try. It's there already. Is that right?
Nhưng mà con nghĩ
Let's
như
see.
một người
Say it's there. It's there already in your thought.
I think Ajahn words are to be understood because she talks about the way things are, not to tell us to do or to not to do something. But the
But
most
in
important
order,
thing is to understand.
yeah, but in order to understand the ultimate truth, no matter what, it's there already. And that is the only way to understand the truth, the word of the Buddha. Understand that which is there already. It has a reason. See, it's there. So, understanding that which is there already. Not try to do, to think, but because it's there already. Now, whatever is there, it's there already. Understand the truth of that which hasn't arisen yet. It cannot be known. Only that which is there already can be studied, can be understood, can be let go. Not that which hasn't come yet, not that which hasn't arisen yet. It's there already. See, no matter what, hardness, it's there already. See, it's there already to be known. If there's not yet understand the object which is there already, nothing can be known. It's always I try, I can, I'll do, and so on. But in truth, no matter what, it's there already. Even the idea, the thought, and no matter what, it's there already. That's why before that which is there already can be known, we are looking for the other way, try to know it, but not understanding that which is there already.
I appreciate all your explanation, and I think there's about 15 minutes, so I better leave for someone else to ask questions. Thank you, Ajahn Jonasera.
Cảm
Dạ,
ơn chị.
con
Chị nói nốt đi ạ.
xong rồi chắc để cho cả nhà có dịp hỏi câu hỏi khác ạ.
Dạ, cảm ơn chị đã đặt câu hỏi và trao đổi với Achan và bà Sara rất là hữu ích cho mọi người. Vâng, lúc Achan giảng thì con cũng rất là ấn tượng khi Achan nói là hiện giờ thì đang là một vở kịch và chúng ta đang xem một vở kịch. Ừm, ờ, Thường thì mẹ con làm con nhớ đến việc mẹ con khi xem phim thì thường rất là cho rằng là những gì trong phim rất là thật và nhiều khi là cãi nhau với các nhân vật ở trong phim. Tuy nhiên thì thực ra chúng ta thì cũng như vậy, đối với những gì đang có hiện giờ thì thực chất thì chỉ tồn tại khi ta nghĩ về nó mà thôi, nhưng mà ta lại thấy nó rất là thật và rất là trăn trở và rất là khổ sở về về những cái nhân vật mà thực chất cũng chỉ là đối tượng của suy nghĩ. Có những cái điều ấy rất là một cái lời nhắc nhở rất là quý báu. Yes, Achan, I was impressed when you said that now we are watching a play. The play is unfolding, and it reminds me of my mom. She usually, I find it funny because she watches the movies and she takes it very seriously and sometimes argues with the characters in the movies. But but actually we also are the same. We when we forgot about what the people and the things, that the stories, the situations are only there when we think about it, and we take it for real and we become obsessed by it. So I think it's very useful reminder when you said that it is now just a play.
It plays its role. See, no one can condition that. It has its role by karma and by conditions.
And there's a test at each moment, the test now. So the clinging, the sadness, the ups, the downs, all tests. If we cannot pass the little tests in life, what about when there are the big tests? And actually, it's quite funny, like you say, Tam, watching the play unfold and the getting upset about little things. And then the next day, we can't even remember what it was we were upset about. And just a drama all the time because of the thinking about what's been seen and heard and smelt, tasted, and touched. That's all. Finding everything so important in life when actually they're just passing dharmas, one object experienced at a time, one rupa, just one visible object, and then thinking again and again, living in the drama world.
I have another point I'd like to clarify, because we usually hear that realities can only be known by its nimitta. But what about in the sense door process? We know that there are kusala or akusala that can arise in the sense door processes, and in exceptional cases, anya can arise in that process as well, right? So if that is the case, then the object is not the nimitta anymore, but it's the reality itself. Your comments on this point? Okay.
Can a moment of sampatichana be known? One moment,
I have
what
no
before
idea.
and what follows. So can it be known
It cannot be
directly
known how.
as just one? Impossible. Is it the word of the enlightenment? What can be known, what arises, which can be known, has to be known by way of nimitta, not just only one single reality. For example, seeing right now, one moment of seeing. What about one moment of Panchatavara Vachana, one moment of Sampatitana? Are they now appearing? Or just that which sees, only there? So, how many moments of seeing to be object of awareness? Can it be only one seeing after Panchatavara Vachana and before Sampatitana?
The seeing can only known afterwards. So of course we have no direct experiences of it, and it has to be. We think that it has to be many seeing, and that is the nimitta of many seeing arising and passing away. But what about the visible object, Ajahn? If
Exactly. Whatever arises can be known only by way of nimitta, not just one single unit. Like hardness, say, in a group, is it long enough to be known as it's hard or it's gone and gone and gone? But at moment of touching, like seeing, touching and touching, hardness appear as nimitta of hardness. That's why all dhammas which arises and fall away can be known by way of nimitta only. Even its one characteristic is known by nimitta of it, of hardness, softness, seeing, for example, see, all day just seeing, appear as seeing, no understanding of seeing, that there are jittas before seeing and jittas after seeing, and one single moment of seeing is not there to be known. It's gone and gone and gone and gone. But the nimitta of seeing is there now, right? To be truth, to be true to the truth. Only seeing appears, but it does not appear as it is. It's known that there is seeing, but no understanding of seeing. So how many seeings are there? The nimitta of seeing, the nimitta of that which impinges on the eye bears, until it appears to be shape and form of something. See, the world of ignorance and clinging in darkness, because comparing to the truth of the other way, the mind of processes are between each sense thought process. See, so in truth, just live in the world of darkness, and only a dot of light is there as nimitta of seeing, and the nimitta of that which is seen too. No one there at all, because understanding there condition the object to appear to understanding well.
I think I appreciate Tam's point, because I've brought this up before to Tam, that as we know that if visible object is to appear now, it has to be nimitta, not one visible object that was seen in the sense door process, but the sign of many, many visible objects through the mind door. But the Buddha taught about each chitta arising in a sense door process, and he taught that panya can arise, as you say, even in a sense door process. So if we're talking about the great wisdom of the Buddha or his key disciples, then it seems panya can arise in the idle process with visible object itself as the object. But if we're talking about the development of understanding now, what can be known even at moments of vipassana jnana, then it has to be nimitta of realities that is experienced. So perhaps we have to differentiate between what can be known and how it can be known now. And like you said at the start, of course, for seeing or any nama, it has to be experienced through the mind door because it cannot be experienced through a sense door anyway. So it's always nimitta that is experienced closer and closer to the reality, to the truth, depending on the degree of understanding.
Thanks, Sarah. And also, we learned that the visible object that has been experienced in the sense door process has fallen away, and then its nimitta is known in the following mind door process. So in that case, like it's just the nimitta of one single visible object.
It is experienced through the following mind or process. It is the visible object, the replica of the visible object that is experienced by the first one or two mind or processes. It doesn't mean it's known. It doesn't mean there is understanding of that visible object, but it is the object of the first or two mind or processes which follow so rapidly. But for the characteristic of visible object to appear now, it has to be the nimitta of countless visible objects experienced through the sense door and following mind door processes. So there's a difference between being experienced and being known, I think.
Okay. And again, that panya can arise in that just following mind or processes, but in only exceptional cases.
Yes. For whom and in what circumstances? Yes.
Okay, thank you. The other day, one friend in the Vietnamese discussion also had a question on at what point the nimitta becomes the concept, and we said that that's looking for the fine line, and it's not possible to say, and also it's not really helpful. I don't know whether you have any short comments on this. Thank you.
I don't think the nimitta becomes a concept, but there can be, like now we're talking about nimitta of the reality, which conditions nimitta of signs, details, colors, ideas, different concepts, making known as by way of panyati. But it may be a good topic to continue with next time. I don't know if Ajahn would like to add any last comments.
Dhammas are Dhamma. They appear just like any time in life, years and years ago up to now. It depends on Panya only how much it can be so sharp to penetrate the truth stage by stage, little bit by little. Because now we just talk about the skin or the surface of the Dhammas, while the nature of it so deep, and what appear as the surface is just that which is now appearing. But there can be more understanding of each reality. Otherwise, they are together as something all the time. That's why we have to learn stage by stage. understanding little by little about right understanding of different degrees and different stages, which can realize the truth on, deeper and deeper, more and more difficult too, because now each moment in life is I see, I hear. And when it's time, less and less and less, until no more wrong understanding or wrong idea of that as I or something. Otherwise, there's no the Lokuttara Citta, the four stages of enlightenment. How come this moment, little by little, to be that moment, unknown when? สวัสดีค่ะ everyone.